What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at it's a style I really don't review that often, just because, I don't know, it's not my go-to style, but I definitely do enjoy the more German-style lager, kind of Helles-style beer every once in a while. So today, we're going to be taking a look at another collaboration between two breweries over here in the northwest suburbs / Chicagoland area. We got one from Marz Community Brewing, which is located in downtown Chicago, and then we got Annee Brewery, who is kind of in like that suburb, like slightly outside of Chicago. They're more well known for they're more of their Belgian styles. They do a lot of Belgian triples, kind of go into all that, like the lambics and all that kind of stuff. But then they have a subsidiary, which some of you may have heard of. I know Kentucky's heard of them, but Hubbard's Cave. That's the brewery that kind of focuses on. It's their subsidiary side where they focus on IPAs, stouts, all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty excited for this one because I know both these breweries are pretty well experienced with all kinds of beers they make, and finding like a kind of a sessionable German style lager, I think, is gonna be nice. And since it's thrown on Thursday, it's even better. Plus, it's called Chugtober. Let's be honest here. This has to be a beer drunk on Thursdays. So obviously, you can see it right here. Pretty simple, simplistic can art. You got like the German kind of style lettering on there. It just says Chugtober on it, which I could appreciate. But yeah, I'm pretty damn excited for this. I'm expecting to get like a really light kind of medium body to this, maybe like a nice breadiness along with it. I don't know if there's going to be any hoppiness to it because like on Untapped, it shows it as like a German style Pilsner, with a German style Pilsner kind of having like more of those like straw and a little bit of hoppy notes in there. I'm curious if this is going to be more of that maltier, maybe breadier side of things, maybe getting like a little bit of a caramel sweetness to it. I don't know. So I'm pretty damn excited for this one. It comes out at a 5% ABV, so it's pretty sessionable, easily. Definitely one that you can drink a couple of and just have a few of them while you're out at a barbecue, or just if you're at like an Oktoberfest kind of style event. This is a perfect kind of beer for it. So without further ado, let's crack this guy open and see what this guy's all about. And how I usually do things when it comes to similar beers on this kind of style, I don't know if I'm going to look at Untapped's kind of style of things, because there's so many different varieties of like German Pilsners and German lagers out there that almost anybody that lives anywhere that has a beer store, you could probably find a decent variation of this kind of beer. So my best advice, if you're looking for a kind of a German style Pilsner, if a German style lager is right up your alley, yeah, you most likely will have a pretty good chance of finding something you enjoy if you just go over to your local beer shop and being able to find something that they have there. So let's see how this guy pours. Actually, yeah, it definitely has that more of that maltier kind of smell to it. Definitely reminds me of like a nice wheat, or like a nice like white. There's a breadiness to it that is really nice. Yeah, it smells absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's pour this guy and see what it's all about. Probably gonna have a nice golden color to it. Maybe a little bit of a darker golden color, but overall, yeah, look at that. A little bit of a head to it, not much. Like a kind of a soft, like white head. I'm not expecting much of like a creaminess to it. It might have a little bit of effervescence to it, but yeah, it has a nice kind of golden color to it, almost like kind of like that darker golden color. But yeah, still getting a lot of that breadiness come out of it, which I do definitely enjoy in German style lagers. Because it's just having those bread forward notes kind of add like a little bit of a sweetness into it as well. So without further ado, let's give this guy a try. So cheers, everybody. Happy Thursday. Oh yeah, it's delicious. Definitely has those very strong bready forward, a little bit of maltiness coming in there at the front. Very, very light. Definitely has that effervescence, bubbliness on the mouthfeel. Has a really nice sweetness at the end. That malty sweetness kind of just lingers on the tongue. It's definitely a really sessionable, really, if you could say, chuggable kind of style of beer, just because it's that easy. It goes down that easy. It's very enjoyable. It's refreshing. It's thirst quenching. It just has everything that I look for in this kind of. I'm looking for a lager, this is the kind of thing that I'm gonna kind of label it after, because it's pretty damn delicious. And I know they only released this one because I think Annee had their, I don't know if it was Annee or Marz, had their Chugtober Fest, where these two teams went together and kind of came out with this beer for that fest. And so, yep, let's see here. So like I said, it only came out for the fest, and they had some stuff left over, so they had it canned and all that stuff, and they're selling it at the breweries. Like, my dad picked this up at Marz, or you can pick it up at Annee as well. But there's not a lot of ratings on this one, since there's two different. This beer is on Untappd twice, to where they have it under the Marz Community Brewing Co. version, which is just the Chugtober, and then they have it under the Annee side of things, where it's the Chugtober Fest. But it's all the same beer. So the Annee has it under as a Marzahn, when Marz has it under as a German Pilsner, when it says German style lager right on the can. So I'm kind of confused on that, but that's how they set up their Untappd profiles for this beer. I'm not sure which is which, but I'm going to go with it being a German style lager just because that's what it says on the can itself. So, yeah, not many ratings. I know on the Chugtoberfest, there's only like side of things on Annie's. They only have like 14 check-ins on that side, and the Marz one, like here it says right here, 5% ABV, and it only has 55 check-ins. So with the average of 55 ratings on this one, as an average rating of 3.84 out of 5, which is pretty good for a German lager. I mean, if you guys have watched the Drinking Socially podcast that Untappd does, they had an episode back maybe a month or two ago where they wanted to kind of regularize lagers and pilsners getting that 4 and above rating, because so many people think of like craft beer, they think of IPA stouts, but a good crafted like German lager or a pilsner deserves that higher rating as well, which I think I'm going to give this one a pretty high rating for what it is, because it's pretty damn delicious. And if you're looking for this kind of style of beer, this is perfect for that. Now that I'm drinking, it definitely has maybe a slight hoppiness to it. Not much. I'm guessing they fucking put hops in there, probably in the Vorlauf stage things. I don't know if they put it in there during the boil. Probably put it at the end just to kind of get that slight hoppiness in there, not having it overly hoppy. But yeah, Woodtucky, I definitely agree. If it was a Pilsner, it would definitely be lighter and have that more of a straw kind of forward, like straw grassiness kind of to it. But overall, yeah, this is way more bready, way more malty, has a nice sweetness that lingers at the end with that slight hoppiness that's starting to come through now. But overall, yeah, it's delicious. I feel like I should be wearing lederhosens and stuff drinking this beer, but let's see. If I have any, I know my dad checked this one. I don't think I have anybody else on my friends list on Untappd that's checked this one in. So yeah, right here, my dad purchased it at Marz Community Brewery, which he brought home the 4-pack so I can do a review on one, and he gave it a 3.5. Yeah, that's probably that mid-range, average range for this kind of. Let's see, we got another 3.5 right here. Let's see, this guy gave it a 4 out of 5. Purchased it at the Hubbard's Cave side of things for Annee. Let's see, got a 3.75, 3.25, 3.75, 4.25. Well, that's a pretty good one. Let's see, we got a 3.75 that says has a pleasantly sweet finish, which I definitely agree. There's that nice kind of bready sweetness that kind of sticks at the end, and it's pretty damn delicious. Let's see. Another one, 3.75, 4, 3.5, 4, 4. So yeah, pretty good. Let's see. So this guy gave it a 2. I want to know why. So he said flop of a beer. On top of that, tall boy cans filled with 12 ounces and some not. Poorly executed. I wouldn't agree. My can was full, so maybe you just got a batch that was just luck. I wouldn't consider this a flop of a beer. It definitely hits every mark that I look for when it comes to that German style lager kind of thing. So that guy was probably just having a bad day. That's fine. So let's start figuring out what we're going to be doing for ratings on this guy. First off, can art. Yeah, the can art on this one's very simple. They went with like a nice kind of bright yellow kind of label to kind of catch your attention, which I can appreciate. Bright colors is always great for marketing when it comes to, if you saw this at a liquor store or bottle shop, this bright color would hit your attention. And then just the name itself, have it saying Chugtober, I think is just a cool play on words, where it's like taking October when Oktoberfest is going on and having a light beer that some people are known for chugging this kind of style of beer. So making Chugtober be right all over the can and like that red lettering on there is a nice touch. And of course, the logos for Marz and Annee. Marz is the one that kind of has the triangles, and then Annee is that one kind of thing. So, yeah, it's a very, very clean label. Very nothing really much going on. They actually took up most of the real estate they can with this one when it comes to spreading things out, putting the logos in different spots, putting the names of the beer, and being able to take up all that real estate for such a simplistic can art, which I can appreciate. So I think I'm going to give this one for can art a solid 3.75 out of 5. I mean, it's not something that's like stand out to me, but it's something that would catch my attention at a liquor store or bottle shop, and the name of it would be something that would catch my attention as well. So very good on the naming, very good on the colors and stuff they used. Definitely eye-catching and definitely worth something that you would see in a liquor store or bottle shop for sure. So let's see. If I got this beer in a flight at either Marz or Annee or Hubbard's Cave, whichever one you're going to, would I get another one? To be honest, I probably would. I like the flavors of this one. I like the breadiness to it. If I was just trying to just ride it steady, or like if most likely if you check in a beer like this, you'll eventually get the riding steady kind of badge that comes along with it, which is just having those any kind of beer that's like a 5% and below kind of situation. So, yeah, it's very light. Very flavors are still there for being such a light beer. Not really any booziness to it at all because it's so light. But overall, flavors are fantastic in there, and just a very, very nice sessionable German lager. So, let's start thinking of what my rating on this guy is going to be. To be honest, it's definitely up there with probably one of the best German lagers I've had. I'm not going to give it anything on Untappd when it's like a 3.5 kind of situation. I think I'm going to give it a little higher just because you're getting the breadiness, you're getting that slight bready, malty sweetness that comes in there, and then that kind of like hoppy note that kind of cuts off the sweetness just a little bit, but overall just keeps that sweetness kind of at the back end of things. It's a very nice touch. It was very, very well made. And yeah, I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan of this for sure. So, yeah, if you're into a nice German style lager, yeah, get your hands on this one. If you can, it's pretty damn solid. Pretty damn solid. I'm impressed. For somebody who doesn't drink a lot of German lagers, drinking this, I'm satisfied. It's a very satisfying beer. And just overall, really, really well made. But other than that, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. You guys are awesome. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. It would help me out a lot. Also, if you're new to the channel and like what you see, hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live, do another review. I got another review coming for you guys tomorrow, but this weekend, we'll have no reviews because I'm going to be working all weekend. So, I'll be back on the swing of things. Hopefully, we'll see what it's like next week. Maybe I'll be going back in during the week and doing some brewing and cleaning, all that stuff for the brewery. But I'll try to get reviews out whenever I can. Whenever I have the time to do it, I'm going to be doing a review. So just to kind of make sure you guys know that content is still going to be coming, even though work schedule is kind of sporadic at times. But other than that, let's see. If you want to see like a social media aspect of beer drinking, you hear me talk about Untappd all the time. It's a great platform. You can download on an Android or Apple. You could check in beers, get badges, talk to other people to see what they're drinking. You could see what's popular in your area. When it comes to what liquor stores and bottle shops around your area have, you can see verified venues when it comes to breweries, like tap houses, all that kind of stuff. Because there's times where you check in a beer at a tap house or something like that, you get a special badge because the tap house or that brewery has a special badge and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really, really cool platform that you can go to. It's just really fun. You can see people like me, Kentucky. I know Lee's on there, Duchess, Typhon, Sean, and Lizzie. Angry Hippies themselves. So it's a bunch of people around there. I know Ian's on there too. I haven't seen him in chat yet, but a bunch of us are on Untappd. Shoot us friend requests. My link to my profile is down in the description below for you guys. I'll make sure just to send me a friend request. I'll get accepted, and I want to see what other people are drinking as well. Because if I saw one, for example, I saw one that Ian checked in today, gave it a full 5 out of 5. So I trust that man's beer suggestions a lot more than anybody. The two people that I suggest beer suggestions from is either Kentucky or Ian. They're two of my biggest beer buddies when it comes to things, and he gave something a 5 out of 5, so I checked if I can pick that one up near me, and I can. So I might actually go look for that one at a location that's not that far from me and to see if I can pick it up and actually do a review for it. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it. So thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. You guys are awesome. And we're going to end this like I always end it. But it's Throwdown Thursday. And we're drinking a Chugtober beer, so we know what the hell we're going to do with this damn thing. So I'm going to say this before we get the drinking going. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And let's do this, people. Cheers. See ya.